I wanted to quickly go back and look at the Bears' schedule.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look really carefully, you can start to piece a few things together. And I don't think this story coming out at the time that it did is by accident. The first game on that schedule is against the Minnesota Vikings. And if you flip to the next slide, Nika, you can see that the Bears X account posted a little bit on the same day as all this was going on that the Bears were hosting the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football, September 8th, to kick off their 2025 season. Prime time, ESPN game. Wait, isn't that who released this art? ESPN.
Of course.
There was information in there about Caleb Williams wanting to be a Minnesota Viking, wasn't there?
Yep.
Do you think that it's possible that ESPN has been sitting on this information and article just to use it when the schedule dropped?
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't they? It's a sensationalism.
Do you think it's possible that ESPN knew ahead of time that the Bears and Vikings were going to be playing the opening game on Monday Night Football?
How soon do the networks or anybody that works for ESPN knows about the schedule? Is it?
I don't think we know that in this.
Okay.
I really don't. But I do think it is worth mentioning that ESPN publishes this article the day after the schedule is released for the entire season. And it just so happens that there's this built-in dramatic storyline for the week 1 opening matchup between these two. This seems like it was intentionally planned to come out Thursday morning.
Drama.
Drama loves company, right?
Yep.
And that's how you get clicks. I mean, you can see that this story has, like I said, everyone wants to talk about it. If you're in the NFL world, and including us, we want to talk about it. We were following this since last January, since it became obviously apparent that the Bears were going to draft Caleb Williams and move on from Justin Fields and the whole shebang. And the only thing we think that they did wrong was they didn't clean house last year. We were begging them to do it. Like, why are we keeping Eberflus? Like, it doesn't make sense. And
Gosh. Nothing against the man. Just a horrible coach for the Bears. He might be a great coach for some other team, but not for the Bears.
Yeah. So I just want to call out ESPN though on this because as we go back and piece this together, March 15th, we see this tweet come out announcing Seth Wickersham's book. And then, so someone had to have read it by then. I'm guessing people at the network had read it, maybe some friends, colleagues, but certainly some executives and you know who are a part of that executive team, marketing people eventually will get their hands on it. And I feel like this was all manipulated and a long time ago to hey, let's hold this until the NFL schedule comes out because the Bears are certainly going to play the Vikings this year. And oh, by the way, someone told me that they are the opening matchup of the season on our network. And Seth was like, hey, I like this. This is good. They're going to get a lot of attention on this book of mine, right?
Well, he gets promotions for the book.
He does.
ESPN gets promotion for breaking the story.
And for hosting the game.
Then the media follows because every other network has to follow the story because it's hot.
It's very hot.
So all those things are planning ahead.
Absolutely. This does feel like it was a very orchestrated story in retrospect, and I think that's important to point out because Ben Johnson was so awesome in getting ahead of it. And like
definitely did.
2 hours after they broke this whole story that they had planned for over 2 months, right?
Hold my beer. I got this.
He was like, I got this. I'll take care of this. And it's like, man, I'm really glad that this guy is our new head coach now. And that, you know, he's brought instant respect and credibility back to the Chicago Bears instantly.
I don't think Eberflus would respond the same way if this would happen, if he would still be the coach.
No. Not as even if he said the same exact words, word for word, it wouldn't have come across the same way. It wouldn't have come across as forceful as it did. And the slate is now brand new when it comes to the Chicago Bears and the players and the coaches and the relationships, because like I said, they're all new, except for Richard Hightower. Don't mean to throw you under the bus or anything. You got to keep your job because you actually contributed something of value on a team that had a lot of problems. So that's a feather in your cap, sir. But yeah, for the most part, brand new regime. It's a new day in Chicago Bears football, as far as I'm concerned.